Hi, my name is Ben Pinnell with the Coastal Estate Group, and today we're going to go over 5 tips for first-time home buyers. First tip, Zillow agents might not necessarily be the listing agent. So although it's convenient that you can reach out to an agent immediately when you see a listing on Zillow, that might not be the local expert that's going to be the best service for you. For someone that doesn't know, Zillow agents are connected to you by paying for those leads. So as a real estate agent, you have the option to pay for leads through Zillow, therefore putting your name and information attached to these listings. Again, that doesn't mean that's a listing agent, that doesn't mean that's the local expert, but it is a licensed agent who could help you with that transaction. The alternative would be to work with the buyer's agent. When you're working with the buyer's agent, they're gonna help you throughout the entire transaction from the beginning of your search to the end of the escrow process. So as a recap, next time you're scrolling on Zillow, remember, you're not necessarily connecting with the listing agent, you're not necessarily connecting even with a local expert, and you should probably just stick to one agent to guide you throughout the entire process.
Hi, I'm Ash, and the second tip we have for you is don't assume your buying power. One of the biggest misconceptions is that you need 20% for a down payment, and there are various programs out there available for first-time home buyers, and to assume that you need 20% is definitely wrong, and until you talk to a professional that can work through the various programs available, you really don't know how much you can actually afford, and you don't want to miss out on an opportunity just because you assumed your purchasing power without talking to a professional first.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and tip number 3 is don't overlook all the costs associated with buying your first home. There are typically closing costs involved in a purchase. This would include escrow and title fees, as well as appraisal fees and potentially inspection fees. In addition to closing costs, there are property taxes, which will be based upon the value of your home and assessed after the time of purchase. Property taxes are billed twice a year. Homeowners association fees, in the event you live in a community which does have an HOA, there are typically monthly dues to cover maintenance, security, and various items. In addition, there's typically homeowners insurance, which would be required by your lender. Your homeowners insurance would be based upon the value of your home, replacement cost, and sometimes the age of your home. Your insurance agent is the best person to give you a quote on this. Another item that you should plan in advance for is potential repairs and maintenance to your new property. Unlike when you're renting, when you're the homeowner, you're responsible for any of these items which may pop up. This could include a new roof, it could be a plumbing issue. There's a multitude of things, and it's best to be prepared. To recap, it's important to consider all the costs associated with purchasing your first property. It's much more than just the purchase price.
Tip number 4 is distinguishing the difference between your first house and your forever home. Although you might not be able to afford exactly what you want with your first property, it's important to realize that this is a giant stepping stone towards the ultimate goal of having your dream home. Continuing to pay rent each month with the landlord only helps them pay off their own mortgage, when in reality you can pay off your own with your home and then use that to build equity, eventually sell, and get yourself into that dream home you've always wanted.
Our last tip is don't fall in love with a property before you complete your inspections. When you're viewing a property, it's often love at first sight. The property is beautifully staged, it looks perfect, but it's very important to bring in the proper professionals and experts to evaluate all aspects of the property, whether it's a roof, foundation, plumbing, or other items. It's important to understand any potential issues while you're evaluating the property and before you fall in love.
We hope you enjoyed those tips. If you're a first-time home buyer, please reach out to us so we can answer some more questions for you. You can find our information on our profile at the Coastal Estate Group, and be sure to subscribe for new videos every Monday. We'll see you on the next video.